What's up, y'all? It's Coach Fett. I took a team of drop players I've never teamed together before, and we won a major. Today, I'm here to answer your burning siege questions. So let's go ahead and get started. At T Salmon says, how to go pro in R6? Is there a process you need to go through? So my last video, I detailed very briefly how to join an amateur competitive server and go looking for team, looking for scrims, and get started on your pro journey. But this video, I'm going to fully flesh out for you, and I'm actually going to plug my own Discord because as you can see, I've created LFT, LFP, looking for scrims. The overall goal being I want my Discord to be a centralized place for competitive Rainbow Six in the lower tiers. So step one, go to my link tree or my Twitch, type !Discord and get in my Discord. I'm going to separate these by region later. What you're going to want to do is go in this channel and do LFT. And honestly, my viewers have done a very good job of formatting their looking for team posts. So you can put their tracker link because that's all you have right now is ranked most likely if you're just getting started out. Your max rank, your KD, roles you're experienced with, your availability, your time zones, your region, and your platform, PC, Xbox. I'll separate those out later, but yeah, right now this is pretty much all we got. And then you're going to want to go looking for scrims. So the typical format for looking for scrims is LFS, right? And then you want to put the time you want to scrim at. Usually teams type in EST time, Eastern time, so 7 p.m. EST. And then you want to say how many maps you're doing and in what format. So are you going to play all 12 rounds? Are you going 3 maps, 6-6? Or are you going like 4 maps game day? It really depends on you. And then you want to DM the person that, is looking for scrims. Like, hey, are you still looking for scrim? We are able to do one tomorrow. If you want to go looking for scrim in a longer format, you would type in LFS and then the date. So today is 10/4. So if I wanted to scrim 10/5, 10/6, 10/7, and then maybe this day I want to do 7 East, 3 East on this day, and then 7 East on this day, make sure I'm just scheduling out, keeping myself organized, and understanding what I want from these scrimmages. But yeah, same applies here. So join my server. If you can't find there's not enough teams to pick you up, try to build a team. Maybe look for ranked players that you can play with at the LFG rank channel, and then maybe build some chemistry with them and try to play with some lower tournaments with them. And then you're going to essentially want to get used to scrimming once a day, at least 4 to 6 times a week, with the scrim block being around 3 hours during that period of day. Once you get in that routine with your team, check out this amazing Twitter account called R6NA Path to Pro. They basically tweet out every single week what's going on in the R6 lower community and when qualifiers are. So I can see right now in their most recent tweet that the Shock R6 qualifier is, at today, actually, when I'm filming this right now, it's fucking Friday for me, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Try to find these leagues on their socials and sign your team up for these qualifiers. You might lose the first couple that you ever play, but at least you can learn with that and know what to work on in the future with your team. Hope this helps. At Winter Contingency, he asks, Fett, what do you think of our hold? So I like the little ideas you threw into this hold, but there's a glaring problem. So this mirror is actually a very common pro mirror that kind of counters a solar push. So the main mirror component of your strat is this mirror, which counters what people call a solar take, which is essentially where you double repel on these windows, and as an attacker, you double repel into the room called solar, come down the staircase, and this gives you access to the bomb site that is kitchen. The only issue is you're pairing this up with a solar stairs player, which essentially means you're leaving this guy out to die no matter what. Yes, it's a Wamai, but any competent team will know how to flashbang and nade the crap out of solar stairs to get this easy free kill. And the worst part is you don't have a zombie bathroom player or any sort of bathroom setup for the matter, which means you can't rotate in to help this guy. That guy's dead no matter what. So the enemy simply gets to kill the guy on solar, take down over here into trophy, create a rotate for themselves, and plant behind the bomb. And guess what? The vertical floor part that you would usually use for the buff control to deny the kitchen bomb plant right here. Oh wait, you can get wall bang because you left this wall soft. Not to mention, you usually have to pair this strat up with the castle on this doorway right here to make sure you don't just get shot from big window. Good starting point though. Better luck next time. At AcerXV asks, why do players have earphones and headphones on simultaneously in tournaments? Okay, so in a lot of FPS pro game tournaments, you'll see players have headphones on over earbuds, and that's because the headphones on the outside are purely only for sound cancellation. That's right, the crowd's loud as shit, so you probably don't want to also be hearing the casters calling out exactly where the enemies are, and for reasons, competitive integrity reasons, we're going to have sound canceling headphones for the pure reason of blocking out the outside sound, and then you're going to have your own in-ears to play the game audio, so that's why that is. Noah asks, is playing Util pointless in rank now? I'm an old player, used to be plat when diamond was max rank. I remember rank being much more Util focused. Now I'm trying to play and it feels like everyone just runs around the map on useless operators. So yeah, that really depends on the rank. Obviously at a higher rank like champ, when you're 5-stacking, people will play strategy and you can't run around and just get absolutely railed by people that have 2 barbed wires on every staircase and good setups. But in the lower ranks, if you're solo queuing, yeah, at the end of the day, you just want to be able, it's an FPS game, you're just going to be able to out-aim the people around you. That's how it is. So for the most part, if you get your aim up and mechanics up from the ranks of Copper and Platinum, that's simply enough. But honestly, rank doesn't mean much in rank 2.0 anyways. But yeah, hope that helped. MelKIY8063, as I have recently bought R6, I would like to consult which players who have been in this game for a long time, but the best operators for each map that is in ranked. So for the most part, I think Buck and Legion are going to be your best friends on attack and defense in solo queue. KJ205 says, yo, I'm currently a high elo Emerald player looking to push for champ, trying to get to know what will help me make a better standard of ranked gameplay and I'd be more consistent. The only answer to this is 5-stack. I'm gonna be real, Siege is one of those weird games where once you get to a high enough level, you have to 5-stack to be consistent, right? It's too complex of a game, and at that level, you'll be playing against other 5-stacks, even like amateur teams just playing together for the fun of it and running strats. So yeah, at that level, you really just kind of have to 5-stack. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there. At Greaves_EY says, yo, is there any way to download and get a playbook of what maps Fett was using in the new Jinxie video? Would die to have something like that for my 5-man. Yeah, so I answered this in my last Q&A video, but I'm happy to do it again. You basically go to twitch.tv/FettR6S. That's my Twitch channel. You're gonna go to !blueprints with an S. You're gonna click the link and boom, there you have it. That's you just like file and then you like make a copy or some bullshit. And whenever you wanna make a new strat, you would just copy a template over. You would name it Defense CCTV, Garage Hold. You would go to this template page. You would, get the operators you want, the util you want, copy it all over. Bring a bunch of reinforcements, put the reinforcements where you want them to, put the operator where you want them to. I'm just making random stuff up. But yeah, there you go. That's how you make your own strats with my blueprint format. At Extra says, could you explain the best way to lurk? What are the objectives in a role? That's an excellent question. And it's actually, lurk was a role that was popularized by the team that Spoit won the Berlin Major with. So what lurking really is just sending one person solo to kind of like sneak their way into the map and hit a counter pressure point somewhere throughout the round and just be a sneaky, be a rat on attack. So for example, on Cafe, if the site is top floor, the really common take would be repelling a lot of attackers on these piano windows over here to try to, get in and fight into this part of the map. However, if defenders know this, they'll tear down doorways and they'll run out to try to kill the people on the repels and aggress back onto you. So the powerful presence of a lurk allows you to get into the map and simply make plays off of this early map control that you have, right? If someone runs out on your teammates, you have the ability to cut them off from every single staircase because you've gotten to the map so fast. You have the ability to, crouch walk up a staircase over here to possibly hit sight without them even knowing it if there's a gap on the staircase, and overall keeps them on their toes. If you always create the pressure of someone randomly being somewhere random in the map, they always have to look out for that random person. The best way to play it is simple. In prep phase, get your drone into a spot that you can get into the map in 2 seconds. Tell your teammate to hold the drone, run into the map, sit there, and now you just wait for an opportunity while you drone yourself, because now you're on your own while your teammate is doing their own push, so you just play around how the enemies are reacting to your teammate's push. Fett, what brand of suit did you wear during your Manchester Major? I love the fit. So he's talking about the suit in this picture. It's a Chinese suit, and I'm gonna be really honest, I don't have a clue, but if you just search for like Chinese style suits, I'm sure you can find a lot of suits with just really cool like buttoning patterns. Like there you go. That's already something immediately similar, especially with the collar being, very minimal. I think it's really cool. Really fuck with it. I'm like an American born Chinese, so I'm kind of like a fake Chinese, but I still fuck with it. I mean, it's cool as hell. I mean, I don't know what to say. At Sethios says, how can I improve my mechanics? I get the common play every day, which I do for about 10 hours a day, but still don't have champ level mechanics, although I'm a champ. What can I do to have top level mechanics? So the number one thing to understand about Siege is that gunfighting is separate from mechanics. So gunfighting consists of things like, where are you placing your crosshair? Are you aiming at head level? Are you wrapping your corners correctly? So that way, if someone's on a pixel, are you jiggling the pixel correctly? Do you know how to jiggle the pixel? After you jiggle, are you jiggling again at a different head level because they can just pre-fire where your head is? Do you know, enough movement tech? Do you know how to pre-fire? Do you know how to lock someone in a room with your bullets? Maybe sprint away to bait sound for them to peek, but then come around right and pre-firing them with playing mind games like that. You'll see a lot of these in the more popular 1v1s between all the top level players like Spoit, Shaiko, and Stompin', and that's gunfighting and has nothing to do with aim. If you play Siege for 10 hours a day, you probably have good enough aim, but you're probably making yourself take such horrible and impossible gunfights that of course not even the best pro could do them. So pick your gunfights better, and for that I have a video right here that I made like a year ago It's called The Only Aim and Gunfighting Guide You Need, and it's basically a perfect idea of how you could choose and pick your gunfights better and think about the gunfights you're taking. But if you truly care about aim training, then you can download, Kovacs or another aim training program and get into one of these benchmark sheets. Here you can see two pros with some of the best aim I've ever seen, NJR and Wi-Fi, doing it in our Discord. Please don't ask me anything more about this. I have no clue how this works, but get into this sheet, do your own research, because I don't fucking know. I'm a fucking coach, guys. I'm not gonna teach a player how to aim. Ghost says, does anyone know what painting program is called that Mr. Fett uses? Yeah, it's called Epic Pen. Yeah, it's just this thing right here, Epic Pen. Edvard Rex says, can you explain to me what the lurk role is on attack and as well as death spot? I already explained lurk, but I'm going to explain death spot. So a death spot on defense is essentially a position that you're playing to die. It usually involves a position that you can't really fall off of, but is still very, very good to hold as a defender no matter what. So for example, right here, we have Pixel on Cafe or the entire piano room in general if you're on a zombie. You've probably seen this as zombie setup before, taught by like 2 quintillion YouTubers, where you just block off all the windows and you sit here. Once your zombies are down, you're pretty much dead because no matter what, there's windows looking at you. If you run back over here, there's, 2 windows looking at you. But everyone still runs it in rank because if people don't clear it, well, then you can hold the red drop, run through. You can fight people on red drop after they open the wall. You can have presence onto Skylight if you have the proper holes made, and just kind of deny this entire side of the map. So basically spots that are really, really good to hold, but spots that are, not easily let go of or just able to get out of. You're going to give your life playing these spots, but they're still really, really powerful, and you want to give your players that have the best, sentry turret skills to play these positions. At Zing6969 says, how do I get better recoil on weapons such as SMG-12? So the easy answer to that is just pull down, but the little low-key answer to that is to change your sense. So this is a bit different from PC because I know PC players like to have kind of like a consistent vertical and horizontal sense, but this is pretty easy for console players. The biggest misconception is, increase your sense and you have better recoil control. But actually, that might be the opposite case for you. Because it takes less hand movement to create an easier pull down pattern, maybe lowering your vertical sense would give, yourself more room to pull down with, and then a finer control over the recoil. Obviously, that was horrible because I'm used to, 10-10, but really play around with it. It might not just be increasing your sense or making it lower or higher. Really play around with your vertical sense to figure out what's the best recoil control pattern for you. Magical Unicorn 53, aka Savage Turtle 12, says, what is the best way to start improving? Obviously, playing the game is one thing, but playing the game productively is an entirely other thing. So if I go to one of my old coaching portfolios, you can see that I have this thing called a goal building sheet. And this is very helpful for yourself for short-term goals that you could track your progress on. You see over here that I have, started, improved, completed, the date started, the problem defined, the suggested solution to the problem, and you can format this however is easiest to you. I think the easiest thing to do is just, goal and then progress, and that's it. That's really it. The biggest thing to understand though is to give yourself, small enough goals to where you can complete them within a 1 to 2 day period and give yourself a pat on the back, as opposed to something that overarches for a whole week and then the problems just stack up and stack up and stack up. Another thing is don't overload yourself with goals. Only 1, 2, or 3 at a time, otherwise it'll be too much to focus on, and then don't overly negative reinforce yourself. What a goal does for you is it lets you give yourself that positive reinforcement, because guess what? If all you do is be harsh on yourself and everything you do is wrong, then you don't know what you're going to do right, and you're going to play like a pussy and a statue. So biggest thing is positively reinforce yourself, make sure you have a system to track your progress, and that's how you can make quality time to improve. That was it for this Q&A video. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these. I really want to do more of these because this is my way to interact with my community and help you guys out, while also giving these answers that would help a lot of people out to the public, so they can see it themselves. If you want your questions to be answered in a future Fett video or by me in general, go to my Discord and go in this questions channel. I cannot stress it enough. Please ask it in this channel, and don't do it in my DMs because I just, I don't be checking that, but I do actually read through my Discord, and maybe a good enough question will spark another video out of me. But I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. Hope you all are having fun, and I love you guys. Yeah.